When the player gets control of their character, they immediately have lights to show objectives and the general direction the player should be going. The lighthouse shows the direction you will be going, while the red light above the bunker door shows it's locked.
When the player turns around after seeing they need a code for the door, they see a barn with a light on through the window. The light is shining on a scroll with a 4-digit code, which the player should perceive as the code for the bunker door. To assist this, when you look up from reading the scroll, you are looking through a window at the keypad.
Throughout the level, verticality is emphasised, with the elevator going down, the stairwell filled with water and submerged steps, and a room ahead filled with water and stairs leading into what looks like a lower, inaccessible floor.
Up ahead is the first use of oculation culling, to help make the level easier to run. The rooms are sectioned off around corners, and the next section of the bunker goes around a corner too, which helps cover large amounts of the level at once. This means less objects needed to be loading at one time to make the level more efficient.
The first puzzle element is the acidic green vial, which has particles and is placed higher up to highlight it. Its colour also corresponds to the vines as a clue to its use.
The player is aimed facing slightly right, which should help show them to turn right into the room first before moving on. This room has a turret that will shoot the player, and the other room has electrical vials which will disable the turrets. The vials also have particles when placed on scales to help them make them more visible and help make a correlation that they can be interacted with. The turret, when disabled, sparks and creates sparking sounds to give the player visual and audio feedback that it is disabled and will let the player pass.
The frost vials are blue, which also helps create a mental link with the electrified water to help the player understand they are usable together too. The ice platforms created slowly shrink to give the player a reason to be quick. This may make the player create a more risky task for themselves and be more likely to make a mistake, especially while sliding. As there is no enemy in this area, the urgency has created a different type of worry for this challenge.
The checkpoint used in the game are placed just after the staircase fell at the beginning and as you enter the water-filled room. These key moments are placed just before the player can die. The first checkpoint is placed just before the main Vials gameplay takes place and is backed visually by the staircase falling behind the player, while the second is placed before the water-filled room where the player can die. If the player is here, then forcing them to walk too far back to retract after failing, for example into the water, can be cumbersome.
To make the player feel smarter, the code to the final door was written down in the first room of the bunker. If the player was perceptive enough to see it, and they remember, the door can be opened straight away. If they didn't, they are not punished too harshly, as to the left is a room with a security monitor that shows the first room with the direct view of the whiteboard with the code on it.
The use of modular elements throughout the level helped make it easier to build a prototype without making lots of new custom elements. Everything from the building blocks, natural objects, rocks, and all the furniture was modular so that it could be used multiple times to save time and memory.